Hello and welcome back to Stranded Deep. My name is Agurk, and this is another update video. Beam Team Games, who are the developers of Stranded Deep, have just released a new version of the game. While I talk about this, I'll show some video clips in the background that showcase some of the new content in the game, so you can get a preview of what to expect. As you may know, the game is still in beta, and with the new release, we are now on version 0.60.01. 0.60 was actually released a couple of days ago, but they came out with a bug fix to that just yesterday. So that's the current and newest version of the game, 0.60.01. It's a bit of a mouthful. These two updates take everything that they've been testing in the experimental branch, and they've simply moved it all over to the stable branch of the game. Okay. So I'm going to put the developer notes on the screen. I'll leave each section of the notes on screen for 5 seconds or so. You can pause the video and read them through if you like. I'm not going to go over all the notes in this video because I've already done that. I did 3 or 4 videos covering the new content from when it was added to the experimental branch. At the end of this video, I'll leave a link to the first video of that series where I go over the details of these changes. And you can watch those 3 or 4 videos if you want to see them in more detail. This update's been a long time coming. Beam Team Games, who are the developers of the game, ran into a huge problem back when the company that was going to be publishing the game on console for them, Telltale Games, they went bankrupt. This caused all sorts of problems. They had to get the rights back to the game, and well, it was difficult. To make a long story short, it prevented Beam Team Games from further developing Stranded Deep, but now happily those problems are behind them. They've got the rights back and they're going full speed ahead. The developers have actually stated that they would like to have a full-blown version 1.0 of the game ready by the end of this year, so that's exciting. I can't wait to see what they end up adding, what they end up changing, what bug fixes they make, etc. We've been waiting for this update for a very long time, and it's now finally here, and it's fantastic. For those of you who haven't been playing on the experimental branch, you're in for a treat. You're going to love it. Alright, so let's go over some of the new content. There is now a new female character in the game, complete with female audio sounds. It takes a little while to get used to hearing a female grunting and whatnot in the game, but it's a great addition to the game. They've added 3 new species of shark. There are giant groupers, there are sea turtles, there are 3 new shipwrecks, and an airplane wreck. And there are a bunch of new survival shelters from other survivors who actually died, but no spoilers. There's also a new skill-based leveling up system, so you can't just start a game and start building a gyrocopter, for example. You have to build basic structures, craft basic tools and whatnot, in order to level up your skill and be able to craft more advanced tools and build more advanced structures. Skills that you have to level up include harvesting, crafting, hunting, cooking, and even your character's physical abilities. There is now sprint swimming, where your character can swim quickly for a short duration, which is great. It helps you evade a shark, for example, or it allows you to quickly get back to the surface if you're diving deep in a wreck. However, your character now has a limited amount of stamina and can't just run and swim quickly everywhere. He or she does run out of stamina and has to wait out a cooldown period before he or she can run or quick swim again. Another feature added to the game is hotkeys. These allow you to quickly access items in your character's inventory without having to open and close the inventory. And that's awesome. One really cool item added to the game is the Spyglass. Now these are like binoculars. This allows you to get a closer look at wrecks and distant islands. Other important additions or changes to the game include new raft building items like raft canopies and container shelves. These are going to completely change the way you need to build your raft. I will actually be covering these 2 items in more detail in an upcoming video, so keep your eyes out for that. What else? You can now farm yucca plants. Tarps have been removed from the game, and all recipes that used to use tarps now require you to use cloth. Cod now only produce 1 piece of medium meat instead of 2, but the giant grouper, which is one of the new fish added to the game, now provides you with 2 pieces of medium meat. For map makers, all of the new items, shipwrecks, shelters, sharks, etc. have been added to the cartographer. So like this island that I'm playing on right now, you can add all of the new content to your custom islands. Oh, and finally, there are now difficulty levels. So when you start a new game, you can choose to play on normal, hard, or creative settings. Creative is basically just a peaceful or easy setting where sharks, snakes, and things do not attack you, and where you don't have to worry about your health. If you choose the hard setting, your vital statistics deplete faster, side effects like poisoning and dehydration are more dangerous, resources are harder to harvest, and sharks and snakes cause even more damage than normal. Yikes. You can also fine-tune your game experience by setting the wildlife difficulty setting. The passive setting means that sharks and snakes won't attack you. Or if you really don't like those, you can just select to remove them entirely from your game. Note that these settings do not affect the boss fights though. So yeah, lots and lots of new and exciting content. I've been playing the new content in the experimental branch now for a couple of weeks and I'm loving it. Alright, so that's all I have for this episode. Like I said, I'm planning on coming out with a new video or 2 on raft building within the next week. So keep an eye out for those. Check my channel. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this was informative. My name is Agurk. Like or comment or even subscribe down below. Enjoy the game, and we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.